Hi, I'm Chelsea from Binge Eating Breakthrough. In this video, I'm going to talk about why conventional advice sometimes doesn't work whenever you're trying to overcome your habit of overeating or binge eating. So, conventional advice. By conventional advice, I mean the advice that sometimes you hear from like pop psychology or some books, self-help books about how your eating has nothing to do with food and it has everything to do with emotions that are driving you to eat. And once you get to the source of those emotions and what's causing that, then, your food habit and your compulsion to eat will just naturally go away because you've fixed that emotional stress in your life. And so what I feel like that is actually taking the focus off of the problem, which is your habit of overeating and binge eating, and shooting it somewhere else to look at like the emotions behind that problem and assuming that if you fix the emotions behind that problem, the problem you're actually dealing with will go away. So it's kind of like aiming an arrow, not at your bullseye, but actually way off in the distance and shooting it out there and hoping that somehow that's going to come around and relieve the problem you're dealing with right here. So what I want to suggest is that maybe the problem really is right here, and what we need to look at is right here, right now, what to do to overcome the habit of overeating or binge eating, right? Rather than looking at all the angles around it, trying to figure it out to fix it. And so my suggestion is, by looking at the problem here, I'm really starting to approach the problem from the perspective of right here, right now, right head on, then all the other stuff relieves itself. So you're probably turning to food because it's a habit, because you've done it over and over again, because that's just what you do, whether you've been on, a diet for a few weeks and then you crash, or you're just, habitually eat in the evenings, or whatever it is, your regularity in overeating has developed a habit. So you might not be stressed in your life. You might just, just might be your habit to sit down in the evenings and eat. You might be stressed and you turn to food. But the idea is that you're turning to food and you're eating kind of in an autopilot mode, right? That's the problem, is that you're eating in an autopilot mode. Regardless of why you're eating in an autopilot mode, that's what you're doing. So my suggestion is to become conscious of what you're doing, to get out of autopilot mode, right? And to look at the problem in the moment right now. So if I'm sitting down every evening and eating like 3 bags of sugar-free chocolate candies like I used to do, the thing to do wasn't to sit and journal about my feelings about why I might be doing that, or looking for the stress in my life that was probably causing me to do that. The thing to do was to be aware of, this is what I'm doing. Why am I doing this, and what's going on in my head that's telling me I should keep doing this? Like listening to those thoughts. So I invite you, if you're in this situation, to just become aware of the thoughts that are going through your head more and more and more. And to listen for that voice. What is the voice saying? Is it saying, oh, I need to eat because I just need to relax, or oh, I'm bored and, a little food will help with that, or oh, it's the end of the day and, I worked so hard all day, just having a little bit, I just need a treat, or whatever it is the voice is saying, there's some sort of rationale or logic that's taking place in your brain that's telling you it's time to start eating or continue eating or to not stop eating, right? And that rationale, that voice, is what we want to distinguish, because once you can distinguish that voice, you have a new awareness around your behavior. And now you're starting to make the connection between the voice and your behaviors. Now, before you had this awareness, the voice basically drove your behaviors. They were one and the same. Or the voice says, oh, I always eat about this time of night. I just need something sweet after dinner. Whatever the voice says, you have, up until now, the voice and your actions collapsed. So it's a reactionary process. So now what we're doing is separating the voice and your reaction. So you can say, oh, there's that voice again. Oh, I feel that I should, I don't have to, right? It's just like, I could think about and hear a voice that says, lift my right arm. I'm just not going to lift my right arm right now, but thanks. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. So that's what you need to learn to distinguish, is the voice and your reaction to it. I could do that, yeah, but I could also, go get a pedicure right now, or I could go call my friend, or I could go pick up a book, or I could go for a walk, or I could do a million other things right now rather than eat. I'm probably eating because I'm just bored. I'm probably eating because it's the end of the day and I just want to relax. You could probably figure it out and find another way to really serve that hunger without actually eating. But now you have the distinction between the actions and the voice, and so you can start to choose to react or not react. Anyway, this is just one of my tips from Binge Eating Breakthrough, my book, and you'll find these tips on my website in a free video course called bingeeatingbreakthrough.com, or at bingeeatingbreakthrough.com. I invite you to go and check it out if this feels like something that you're dealing with, like a kind of an autopilot reactionary mode to just eating on a regular basis more than what you want to. And I look forward to seeing you in other videos. Thank you.